Warning, this video does contain spoilers to both One Piece and Oshinoko. This video is completely subjective to my own opinions. First off, what is peak? The definition of peak describes being at the highest level or the maximum. Similar to the peak of a mountain being the top, we now use peak to describe the best, or top, or number one thing. With that in mind, what is the problem with finding peak? But before I answer that question, let me explain how both One Piece and Oshinoko are peak in their own different ways. One Piece is in the big three for a reason. It is a peak show. That's literally it. It stands tall over anime and all of media itself. One Piece is one of those shows that are long, however, you can easily binge watch 50 episodes in a day. One Piece's story is not finished, yet it is the best story in fiction. This is due to Oda creating incredibly well written characters with extremely detailed backstories, and this helps us, as an audience, to easily connect and relate with characters, as we literally know almost everything about them. However, Oda still leaves some room for suspense. Oda also has some really good world building skills, and has created an enormously vast world in One Piece, with the like being Marine Ford, Enies Lobby, Sky Pier, Fishman Island, Sabaody Archipelago, and many others. One Piece also introduces new characters really well, and you can see somebody who looks like this, and you can already tell that they are seriously strong. But One Piece also manages to bring back characters that we haven't seen in a while, such as Buggy being reintroduced during Impel Down, or Bellamy, or even Don Krieg reappearing in the series. One Piece also portrays different emotions really well, as although it is a fun and adventurous show, we do often see the deeper side of situations, especially in a lot of characters' backstories, such as Robin or Sanji's past. One Piece is also a series that has been going for more than 20 years, however, it only grows in popularity. One Piece literally has everything, and therefore anyone can watch it. It is peak. Oshinoko is a great show. Although controversial when we look at Goro's obsession over idols and the isekai aspect in the first episode, it fully makes up for it when we look at the different characters and their designs and personalities, as well as the original plot and creative story. Akasaka manages to show off characters really well, even though most of them don't get a lot of screen time, yet he creates realistic characters that are relatable and characters whom the audience can resonate with. Oshinoko also develops characters well, as often the characters will have problems or reoccurring problems, and throughout the show, the characters manage to grow, such as Akane Kurokawa, who struggled with hate but did manage to resolve her problems, as well as Kana Arima, who struggles with self-esteem and the spotlight. However, she does fix this problem, but it does come back in the future. What makes Oshinoko such a peak show, however, is that with every step the story takes, it forces the viewer to think and analyze what is happening, and this leads to constant suspense and anticipation of what might happen, and there will usually be an unexpected outcome that leads to even more thinking. Oshinoko is a psychological series that causes the audience to actually think about what is happening, and although we see a lot of haunting psychological problems in the show, these issues are real problems that we experience in real life, and Oshinoko indirectly helps to create awareness for these subjects. Oshinoko is also the only show to make me emotional over a character's death, that being I, as it isn't something you would expect to happen so quickly, especially not on the first episode. I won't lie to you, I did cry, and that is because we can see the problem she faced in her childhood, without loving parents leaving her with not knowing how to love. But she still tried to love, even if it was a lie, until the very end. where she actually showed genuine love to her kids for the first time. Hoshino is also supported well by the music used in the anime, as it fits really well, but it is also good music. Hoshino is a peak series just because it is fully original. There is literally nothing else like it, and its combination of psychological, unexpected results, and character development makes the story truly unique. What is the problem with peak, you may be wondering? And there's a pretty obvious answer if you haven't thought of it already. And that is that not every show will be peak like the shows you've seen before. And this can then lead to a feeling of emptiness once you finish that peak content, as something important is over. On the other hand, you could become overcritical to other shows as you might have expectations for them to be as good as peak ones. The sad reality is that not everything can be top tier, but that doesn't mean everything else is bad. We just need to change our perspective and learn that not everything will be the best. A real example could be Season 1 of Squid Games and now Season 2, as Season 1 broke many records and was an internet sensation, and many had the expectations that Season 2 would be just as good if not better. However, Season 2, although good, has been rated worse by both critics and audiences. In the end, although Season 2 is good, it can't match to the peak of Season 1. And we then compare these two and make Season 2 out as bad, when it's not the case. Thank you for watching. This was my first ever long form video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see me talk more about either One Piece or Hoshino, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe as it helps me a ton. I also suggest that you watch Hoshino and One Piece as they are really good.